In this video, let us try to clarify the concept of branch control structure through an example Java demo program. So let us start writing the demo program. Let me create the Java class first. So here I am writing public class. Let's call it branch demo, the class name. Then inside that branch demo, let me write down the main function public static void main, and inside that parenthesis let me write down a string args. And now here inside this program I am going to write down my branch. So I will just stick to the same example, that is driving car and selecting between city and forest, that I have discussed in the previous example. So in order to do that, let us initialize a variable called var of type string inside, and let me initialize it, or let me assign the value city inside it. And after that, let us focus on the branching. So here I am writing if followed by a parenthesis, that is an opening and closing parenthesis, and inside this opening and closing parenthesis I need to write down the condition that I would like to check. So that is I am checking, let's say var equals city, that is if the value inside var equals city, then I should print, that is system.out.print go left. Otherwise, that is if var, or let's say this is my else statement, else print simply go right. Go right. So that is my simple code. So what this program is doing is, it is first after encountering this if statement in line number 5, it is checking for this condition whether the value inside this var really equals to city or not. And if the value of var equals city, then it will execute the lines inside this opening and closing curly brace. So that means in this program it will execute this line, that is system.out.print go left. And in case the condition is false, it will go inside this else statement. Now else statement means if the condition is false, it will execute all the line of code inside this opening and closing curly brace. That is, in this case it will just execute system.out.print go right, and that is it. So now let us run this code, and as I can expect that the value of variable is set to city in the first line of the program, and so I expect that this program should print go left, because the value inside variable is actually city. It is stored inside variable. So let's see whether it print go left or not. So let me just run this program and let me check, and as you can expect that go left have been printed. Now let us change this value inside this variable. Instead of city, let me write down forest in here. Now this time whenever it will encounter this if statement, it will see that, well, var equals city. It will be evaluated to false, of course, because the value inside the variable is not city anymore, it is changed to forest. So it should not go inside this if statement, rather it will come directly to this else statement and it will print go right. So let us see, after changing the value to from city to forest, whether the program execute this line or not inside else. That is, I am expecting the program to print go right. So let us run this program and let us see what happened. And as you can see in here, the program is printing go right because this condition have been evaluated to false. The value inside var is not city anymore, so it is not going inside if statement, rather it is coming into else statement. Now, just in order to clarify this else statement a little bit more, instead of else, you can write just the negation of this condition also, though they are all same. So, for example, if I do like var equals city inside if, so instead of writing else, it is possible to write something like this. So let me just comment out this else and let me just show you. If var not equals city, so I am just writing this just to just to teach you the what is the meaning of this else statement. Else statement is nothing but the negation of the condition over here. So here also you will see the same output. Here, instead of using else, I just use another if statement, but this time the condition is just the opposite. Here it is checking equals, that means whether the value is equal to city or not, and here it is not equal, that means if the value is not equal to city. So the output should be same, that is, it will also print go right. So let me just run this program, and well, I got an error because I missed opening curly brace over here. That's a syntactical error. So after fixing that, let me run this program again, and as you can expect, that go right have been printed. So this is so else is just nothing but a shortcut for writing this entire negative condition once again. So that is about the if and else in Java programming. And in the future, in the next video, we are going to explain more about this if else and branching.